Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamija and I would be your examiner for this part of the test. And this test would be recorded. May I know your full name, please?
Yes, of course. My full name is Virender Singh.
How may I address you?
You can address me by my good name, Virender Singh.
May I see your identification, please, Virender?
Yes, sure. Here is my passport.
Thank you so much. Where do you live?
I live in a small village whose name is Nangla. It is located in Haryana in northern part of India. This destination is 10 kilometers away from this.
Do you study or work?
Yet I am studying. I have recently completed my 12th standard. Now I am pursuing the Bachelor of Arts from Khalsa College, Patiala.
Okay. Now, few questions will be based on typing. Do you prefer typing or handwriting?
I prefer typing to writing by hand because my writing is bad and it seems difficult to someone else.
Do you type on a desktop or laptop keyboard every day?
To be very honest, I do not type on laptop or desktop every day, but when I have a task that in which needs the computer, then I used to type.
Mhm. Okay, when did you learn how to type on a keyboard?
I vividly remember when I was in fourth standard, I has a computers as a subject. My teacher taught me how to type.
How did you improve your typing?
As I mentioned above, my teacher taught me how to type. I improved my typing by practicing and it gradually get improved.
That's good. Okay, now few questions will be based on staying with old people. Have you ever worked with old people?
To be very honest, I have not worked with old people in my life, but however, when I get chance, I will loves to work with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, are you happy to work with people who are older than you?
It depends upon person, but I would like to love with both younger and older people because sometimes old younger people suggest better than older people.
Do you enjoy spending time with old people?
Yes, of course, I enjoy to spend time with older people. I enjoy to spend time with my grandfather. He used to tell me the amazing stories.
Okay, what are the benefits of being friends with or working with old people?
Their experience can taught us how to face the difficulties, and we will also get to hear the amazing stories.
Now, few questions will be based on advertisement. What kind of advertisements do you like?
I like the advertisement which are funny, creative, and storytelling. I also love likes the advertisement that addresses the social issue and challenging stereotypes.
Okay. Do you like advertisements?
I do not mind ads if they are not too long and helpful.
Okay. Do you see a lot of advertisements on train or other transportation?
Yes, I see the advertisement on train and other transportations like buses and autos. I think that it is a better way to advertise because many people communicate through the social transport.
Mhm. Is there any advertisement that made an impression on you when you were a child?
Yes, there was an advertisement of Cadbury chocolate. A girl jumped into the match when a player hits to boundary. She eats the Cadbury chocolate and dancing in ground.
Okay, it's Cadbury. You had made the wrong pronunciation of this. Before proceeding further to this interview, here I would like to inform at your IELTS partner, we are offering online classes. If you wish to enroll, then you can. First of all, you can book free demo class and later on you can enroll in our classes for reading, writing, listening, speaking, all modules or any individual module. The number is given in the pin comment or in the description box. You can contact us. Thank you so much. Okay, so now I'm giving you cue card. This is your cue card and you will have to speak between 1 and 2 minutes. I'm giving you paper and pencil also. If you wish to make notes, you can. Okay. Okay, yes, Varinder. Time starts now. You may start speaking.
Imagine this world is a full of imagination. There are various phases in our life where we have need to use our imagination. One memorable occasion when I had to use my imagination was my last year's school project. I was asked to create an model by using the waste material. The topic assigned to me was a sustainable future city. First, I I found overwhelming because I have never made anything like that. Moreover, the main challenge I faced that I could only use discarded items such as plastic bottles, wood boards, or old newspaper. Since I do not have access to the expensive craft material, I had to think creatively how to transform the waste to a meaningful structure. For instance, I used the plastic bottle to create skyscrapers or CDs to create an solar panels. I even make small parks by using green paper taken from old magazines. Additionally, I do not only use my imagination to how to create it, but however also how it functions. I visualized eco-friendly transportation system, rooftop gardens, and water harvesting methods. This helps me to present my model confidently and convincingly. At the end, the experience taught me that the imagination is not limited to writers or artists. This is skill that help us to solve the problem creatively. Okay, so now this is end of the cue card. I'm going to ask some follow-up questions, and all the follow-up questions will be based on the same cue card. Do you think adults can have lots of imagination? I think age does not matter. The youngest and child both have imagination. The thing is that the childs are not restricted to the world knowledge. They can think, which is totally impossible. Okay. Do you think imagination is necessary for scientists? Yes, I think the discovery that they made are full of imagination. Imagination is very important to scientists to create a new ideas about their discoveries. Okay. Why you think so? Because there is a when the science field is full of imagination to develop a new idea about any discovery. For example, the many have seen a apple falling from a tree, but before the Newton, but he was only one to relate it to the force. That's good. What kind of jobs need imagination? The biggest field which needs the imagination is science, as I already told. But some many other fields are also there in which the imagination is used, such as art and craft, architecture, filmmaker, and many more. Okay. What subjects are helpful for people's imagination? The subjects which are very helpful in to improve people imagination is one of them that I think is literature, which can help us to improve or develop our imagination. But however, there are many other subjects, for example, art, music, or filmmaking industry. Why you think that these subjects can be more helpful in improving the imagination of a candidate? I think because reading books can taught us that what is happened and what are the results. And architecture, for example, to create a building, he develops an idea that how its entrance, how their rooms are will be there, and many more things. Then they created the buildings. Okay, and music? Music, it gives us idea what the future or what the peoples are doing. So what are the results if we do the same things? It helps in imagination that what we should imagine or what we should not imagine. It gives us a restriction. Okay, thank you. This is end of the test. Thank you so much. Now this is time to give the feedback for his interview, and I would like to give him 7 band score. So here I would like to tell you that where he had done in a best way, where he was excellent, and in what areas he needs to put efforts for the improvement for getting more band score. So first of all, I will give the combined feedback for all the parts. First of all, I would like to talk about his fluency and coherence. So as you had listened this interview, fluency and coherence wise, he was excellent because he was speaking at his pace and he was not putting too much efforts while speaking. And in coherence wise, he was able to use variety of connectors in between while joining one idea to another idea, be this was part one, cue card, or follow-up questions. Next, coming to the lexical resource, I was surprised to see his vocabulary. He had used very rare and uncommon words for answering the cue card, especially, or even in the part 3. So he used words like overwhelmed and assessed
transformation, meaningful structure. He used collocation also. Rather than talking high-rise building or large building, he said skyscrapers. Moreover, the solar system, he added some ideas in that also, creatively, effectively. So these are very useful and very rare words which a candidate use. But if you guys are using like him, then you would be able to get at least good band score in your vocabulary part. Next, coming to the grammatical range and accuracy, he had done some rare grammatical errors, I accept it. But with the passage of time or with more practice, he could be able to improve it. Lastly, I would like to talk about the pronunciation part in all the parts 1, 2, and 3. He needs to work upon his pronunciation because some of the words he was not able to pronunciate very well. For example, the word Cadbury, he was making the wrong pronunciation of that. Sustainable city, where like he got a project about that, where he had to use the imagination. Then he was talking about a city, sustainable city, and then he made the wrong use of this word also, and few more words he spoke wrong in terms of pronunciation. So this is the mixed feedback of part 1, part 2, and part 3. I'm quite satisfied. If you guys are doing well and like this, then you could be able to get between 6.5 or 7 band score in your real examination. And if you put more efforts in all the criteria, in all 4 parameters, then you can get more score in your IELTS speaking. Improve your old criteria, and if you're working especially on the pronunciation part, then definitely you can get this band score 7 plus in IELTS examination.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.